Hello, how are you today? This is Donna Stinson, and welcome to Can We Talk About It, where we do talk about the elephant in the room. I miss you guys so much. I wish I had more time in a month to talk with you guys about the things that I would like to talk about, but as I told you before, I'm having some health problems. Next month will probably be my last show for a while because I have to get some personal things in order. Um, and before we go on with the show, I want to give a shout out to a young lady that I met at Kroger's. Her name is Sherry, and she was talking to me about her nephew. His name is Marlo Sean. Hi, Marlo. He is going to be in the 2018 football draft. So good luck to you, Marlo Sean. Thank you so much, Terry, for letting Sherry for sharing that with me. I also want to say hi to Jennifer, that works down at Carmano's in the parking area. I also want to say hi to Dr. Glazier and staff. That's my heart doctor. They take very good care of me. I really do appreciate all the things that they do for me and that they've done for me. And it means a lot to have a good doctor in my corner. Lord knows I need a good doctor because I've been getting a bunch of whack doctors. Like I was telling you before, I still have them, but I really don't go see them. I'm trying to find another physician, and he's just yeah. But anyway, Reverend Glaze and his wife Sunshine. Hi, Reverend Glaze. I want to say hi to Ernestine. Hey, Ernestine. I want to say hi to Henry Tyler. He's off for a little bit. Godspeed, and have a quick recovery and come on back down here to WHPR. I also want to say hi to the love of my life, Charles Stinson, who, if it wasn't for him, literally, I've told you guys this before, I don't know where I would be. The first time I found out I was going into congestive heart failure, he was pushing me to go to the emergency. I didn't want to go. He took me anyway. I could have died that night. I'm glad that he did take me. I ended up having open heart valve surgery. So now they're saying that I'm going to need a second one. So you guys pray for me as I do my show and as I go on and do the things that God would have me to do. So on with the show. First thing I want to do is I want to talk about the weather. Everybody's talking about it's cold outside and, there's nothing to do and this, that, and the other. And I want to get a little spiritual with this because a lot of our people are so wild and they don't have any respect for themselves. They want to walk around half naked. And I really believe that the Lord is just keeping this on ice because he's tired of looking at all this wickedness down here that we do, the way we talk to each other, the way we handle each other, the way we go behind each other's backs, the way we treat our children. And I just feel like he's tired of this. Everybody, I can't wait for the summer to come. Why? So you can be a harlot? So you can walk around half naked? So some of these guys can walk around and do bad things to you? Some of you guys out there, y'all get on the road and act like you on the Autobahn somewhere and you want to just race until you run into somebody. Now, a week ago, I went to do a good thing and oh, hey, Lisa. I went to take my cousin Lisa to the grocery store. And as we were going, the light was ours, but it turned green, but my spirit was like, don't move. And I thank the Lord that I didn't because right in front of me, an accident occurred. Now, the lights are going this way, and then there's the lights going this way. I have the right of way, and the guy on the other side had the right of way. So as he went to turn, two young men plowed into them. And we have to be careful. And for these mothers out here, you have to start teaching your sons and daughters to respect the road. These people did not have this accident did not have to take place if these young men were more responsible than they were. So, I always have my camera. So I took my camera out and I taped it. And after I taped it, I gave the older gentlemen, I'm like, here go my card. If you need me, give me a call. So the young lady, she's got on a robe and some house shoes, and house coat. I guess the younger guys had called her up there. She's ranting and raving like a mad woman. She don't even know what happened. So she's telling me, did you film that and this, that? I said, yes, I did. Which you said, no, I'm not going to send it to you. I'm not going to send it to you because they were in the wrong. Why am I sending you anything? You weren't even here. So on that note, I'm just saying that God is putting a lid on this heat. Because when we get into the heat, we lose our minds. And I pray that if it's got to be that way, it stays cold all year round in Michigan. This doesn't make any sense that we would have to, that the Lord, now I'm going to speak on the Lord would be like, this place is so wild. And the only way that I can stop these people from being so messed up, messing up themselves, is to make it cold. Because we know black folks ain't coming out no cold weather not unless they have to. But let it get hot. Everybody losing their mind. I believe that God has a blessing for Detroit. But until we learn how to be grateful, until we learn that we are blessed, until we learn how to respect one another, I don't think that we will be blessed. There's been things going on all around Detroit. Earthquakes, floods, contaminated water, and it hasn't touched Detroit. Why is that? It's definitely not because of the man. And we need to think about these things. So I just wanted to put that out there. Another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the Black Panther, the movie. Do anybody who went to see Black Panther that wore the African attire, do anybody know what lineage they're from? Do they really know where their roots from? Maybe some of them do, but 95% of us don't. Do we know what these designs on these dresses and stuff that we wear mean? We are not Africans. We're Americans. And I don't understand why we keep saying that. I had to learn this for myself. The Black Panther is not a real, it's not real. We got a black comic strip. No. You want to know who made all that money? This young black guy, he may have wrote this story, but Walt Disney, in my opinion, one of the most evilest entities in the world. They, with all these cartoons, and if you look at these cartoons with your children, you will see that some of the stuff, it spells out the word sex in some of their cartoons. And the best way, and the white man knows this, the best way for them to hide something from you is to put it right in front of your face. We're all talking about we're from royalty. No, we ain't. Some of us are from cannibalism. Some of us was from tribes with bones in our nose. Everybody wasn't rich. Everybody didn't descend from that. Some of us was downright heathens, and our descendants are too. And then we think, oh yeah, I'm proud to go and see this. This is our head. It's not. It's a movie. It's entertainment, people. You're spending all that money talking about, yeah, we're going to support it, but who's making it? Walt Disney. They're the ones making this all this money. Is it coming to anybody's community in the urban neighborhoods? No. We got to get smarter about the things we watch and the things that we let our children watch. We let the television become our children's babysitter. They watch things that's not real. They believe it's real, and they act it out. Why? Because we do not teach them, we do not talk to them, we do not tell them that this is only make-believe, honey.
If you're going to ban Black Panther, you got to ban Empire and Star too.
All of that. None of it is for us. None of it is for us. It's all a ploy. It's ratchet TV, seeing how we want to talk about the television shows. It's ratchet TV. And the things we see these people do, because they're just characters. And I've heard people say, oh my God. And out just recently. Cookie's in the hospital and she say she don't want to die. And Lucia's got to bring all the fat. What is wrong with y'all? It's movies. It's entertainment. If we don't get ourselves together, and if we don't get ourselves together, you know, it's going to be too bad for us. Now, there's a saying in the legal system that says ignorance is no excuse to the law. How do you think God feels? Ignorance is no excuse to his word. This path that we travel, I'm very adamant about this. That we travel is very narrow. It seems that the things we like are not good for us, and we feel like we're going to just tell the Lord, this is how you guys feel, and this is what I'm going to tell y'all. Jesus loves and takes care of you, and he always has your back. But when you do bad, you look up and tell Jesus to turn his back. You whack. What's done in the dark will definitely come to the light. This is a narrow road that we're walking. And there's a lot of things as Christians we just can't do. Oh, I'm going to get my hustle on. Do you know that the secular music that we listen to, and music is basically, and I've said this too before, the only thing that can enter into your mind without your permission and program you? Your kids listen to people like, what's her name, KDD. I was just looking at that, and she got some song called Lick, and how she gonna lick somebody, and this, that, and the other. Your kids listen to that. Some of you folks that don't wanna let your youth go when you're like 80 years past it, you still listen to that. And we're not supposed to be listening to these things. It done got so bad in this world to where now gospel artists want to work with rap artists. I guess Kim Burrell, her name is Kim Burrell. She worked, I think it was it Snoop Dogg? I think she worked with Snoop Dogg on a gospel album. Now, mind you, back in the day when Snoop came out, Warren G, Tupac, I was into all that, believe me, and I was jamming it. I was jamming to the day, and I'm not gonna lie, and I loved it. But once I started learning and seeing and understanding and actually experiencing for myself how these songs make you feel, I had to let them go. I used to listen to Tupac, and it did. It seemed like a spirit had came over me to where I felt like I was actually a man. I felt that way. And I'm letting you know there's power in music. Who's the minister of music? Satan, the deceiver. When he got kicked out, God did not take his gifts away from him. He used his gifts to bring more people to do bad things. And we sit up and say, well, it's not going to hurt nothing. It's going to be okay. And we shouldn't feel that way. We should be taking care of our children. Our children, they're in so much turmoil because of the music you allow them to hear because you don't want to parent them. If you didn't want to parent them, you shouldn't have had them. Then we got women out here that says, this is an example. On the news, I don't know if some of y'all seen this. They had a young woman walking down the street with her daughter or son. And she kicked the little kid down, started shaking him up, and they put her in jail. But the family was like, she's a good mother. That is not good parenting. And if any of you women are out there treating your children like that, they're going to take them from you too. If you didn't want them, you shouldn't have had them. Then there's women out here having abortions every 6 months. It's murder. But you look at it as, I don't want no more children. I can't deal with this. Then you shouldn't have laid down and opened your legs for some of you hardly ever knew. Now it's time to get real around here. Everybody talking about they going to heaven. But don't nobody want to put the work in to go. Everybody talking about, well, I'm a good person. Okay, just because you're a good person don't mean you're going to heaven. We're not under the law anymore. We're saved by grace. Grace don't mean to continually mess up. Like I said, God is a God of grace, a God of mercy, but he's also a God of wrath. And I'm telling the people of Detroit, if you don't get your lives, if we don't get our lives in order, it's going to be too bad. Something's going to hit this city, and everybody's going to look up and take notice. I'm tired of going places, watching children telling their parents what to do. We're living in a backward society now. And everybody thinks it's okay, and they think it's the norm, and it's not. Let one of your little brats say something out the way to me, I'm going to slap the devil out of them. Please believe it. We need to go back to the old days. And speaking of the old days, last month they were talking about the assassination of Martin Luther King. And it hurt my heart to hear that his wife, Martin Luther King, was awarded the Margaret Sanger Award. You guys heard of Margaret Sanger. I've talked to you about her. She was the ones that didn't like blacks, said we were weeds, we need to be exterminated off the face of the earth. And I'm still studying this. He received the Margaret Sanger Award. I also found out there was a lot of black people, colored people back in that day that was for Margaret Sanger. And that's why I always trying to tell my brothers and sisters, just because a person is your color don't mean they for you. Now, I want to say something to the police department, and I want to say to Chief Craig, that was a sweet cut you had when I seen you on the news. Two, I want to say, why are you putting all these white police officers, once again, you're just easing them back into the city of Detroit when you know that there's a lot of black young men that's already scared of the police. Now you're going to put the white in it. And I think a couple of years back, they were making phone calls to the police and setting them up to be shot. Is that what you want for your men? People are tired of being pushed around. People are tired of feeling like at any time they can be shot. And then you get these police chiefs talking about, well, my men will. You don't know what these men will do because you don't know what type of pressure they're under. You only know what you would do. There was a time when there was all white, then it went to black, and then black and white, and it was mainly black and white. Now they're easing the white police officers back into the city of Detroit. And I'm telling you, Chief, I'm telling you, if you don't, these men don't understand these black men. These black men ain't trying to understand no white man with a gun. You need to be doing some soul searching on how you want to send your men out into the urban cities. Now you got more black police in the suburbs. Yes, ma'am. How you doing, ma'am? Just checking on you. Make sure you're all right. And you brothers and sisters in blue, just go down there and treat them like they go, like they poop don't stink. But you'll come down here. Look at these niggas. You a nigga too. There's no way we're going to forward, go advance, or go anywhere without all of us coming together. Some of us are the biggest sellouts in the world. But as soon as something happens, they want to run back to their people. Now, what I will tell you is, like I was saying about the watchers, I was telling you about these watchers. And they were back in the days of Noah, because the sons of God, which were angels, came down and had sex with human women and made half angelic beings. Now, when Noah created this ark, God wiped all of these things off the face of the earth. The body, Where did the spirit go? I'm so glad you asked me that. Spirits didn't go nowhere. But back in the days, the Nephilims wanted to be praised. They wanted worship, just like God wanted it. Why do you think they left their first estate, which was heaven? They wanted to be gods. They were gods, but that wasn't even enough. So they came down here and did what they did. After the rain, these spirits had to go somewhere. You know where they went? Into human beings. And this is just my opinion. People like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Snoop Dogg, these just to name just a few. I believe they went that these people have rituals with the occult. I believe this. And I believe, this is just my opinion, that they summon evil spirits to come into them. Because once the fallen ones came down and made these Nephilims, once these Nephilims died, their spirits searched the earth, which made them demons. We better start getting on the spiritual plane, or it's going to be too bad for us. Another thing I want to talk about, and I've talked about this before, and it's bad that I have to keep talking about this, about these old women in the church always grabbing on young women's men's, or feeling like they can walk up and plant one right on them, and they disrespect the man, actually the young man and his wife, because they feel like they're older, nobody shouldn't say anything. So I'm about to let you know a story that happened to me a couple of Sundays ago. Now mind you, I've already talked about this before, and I've told women in the church, don't put your nasty paws on my husband. But some people don't learn. So a couple of Sundays I had went and visited this church, and it was one of the sisters that I fellowship with, that I used to fellowship, old lady I used to fellowship with, and I'm listening to the service. I turn my head, I turn around, hey Donna, she done kissed my husband. So Miss Callie, keep your nasty paws off my husband. I don't know what kind of nasty spirit you got. You're supposed to be teaching these young women not to do that. Instead, y'all running around messing with these men like they're candy in a candy store. Somebody's going to knock the piss out of you, and it might be me. So stop it. Just stop it. I'm so tired of you women walking up to these men like you own something. Then you want to joke around, well, we going to share them. No, we not going to share them. Sit your nasty hot butt down. You're just a hot mess. I'm a mother of the church. I do this, I do. Half of y'all walk around, and I believe y'all faces just fixed that way because y'all done perking it up. Y'all look so evil. Nobody can't come and even say, hello. How are you? I'm so tired of you nasty women in this church. If you don't stop it, you're going to run across one of these worldly women, or a woman that ain't been in the church that long, and they going to smack the piss out you. Now this just happened to me. So I'm letting y'all know. Don't when you get around these sisters, don't let them do that to you. Caller, you're on the air.
I'm sorry.
Hello?
It's going to get better.
You're breaking up, brother.
I said
can you turn your television down? Turn your TV down so I can hear you. Look, I love my people. We're so stupid that sometimes we need somebody to get in our face and let the world know, let our people know that the world is not for us. We want to half step and we want to shortcut our way to heaven. We want to say that we're going to heaven, but we're not doing the things that we should do to go to heaven. Meanwhile, our houses are out of control. Why? Because the father is not in the home. Some of the fathers don't want to be in the home. When the father's not in the home, the woman will say, I don't want a man. The little girl will say, I don't want a man. So she turns into a lesbian. And then the son says, I don't want to be a man. And he turns gay and turns into a woman. And we're not looking at this, and we should be.
So how does your husband feel about that, the way you feel?
We're talking, no, we're not talking about my husband. We're talking about how we need to get our lives in order. We need to get our lives in order, and whatever it is that I do, and I say time and time again, me and my husband are on the same wavelength. So there's never no division among us. So is there anything that you wanted to say about, you know, huh?
I thought you said the women at church was kissing on them and he wasn't stopping them.
No, yeah, it did happen. It did happen, and yeah, it was something said. But when somebody out the blue you, what can you do? Get on him? It wasn't his fault. So what I'm saying is, we just need to actually start correcting and rebuking each other more. So thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you.
Nice talking to you.
You too. So I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you calling in. But I'm just trying to let you guys know that without each other, without us helping each other, and we're always talking about what the police done to us, is always the police, the police, the police. In one city, they had 3 nursery school children that sodomized another nursery school student. We have black women jumping on their children. You know why they don't show that? Because they want to put it all on the police officers. But it's not just them. We're killing out our own race. So on that note, you guys, I love you. I love you guys so much. And please, until next time, please stay strong.